Shut up and sit down.
Hey you scallywags! Working on a custom figure with this here custom head. Just arrived whilst I was working and wanted to make a start on it. Well, couldn't wait. So here he is, Miyamoto Musashi, a philosopher, swordsman. This ponytail bunched up like a bonsai tree. The scars on his face. See, look, I've had to make amendments in there already. So the head is actually quite small. I've had to cut bits off it. I can make my own inner bits because I had a specific use for it. As you can see here. This is the other one I got from PKBA1577. See? A bit bigger, that Metal Gear one. Whereas this is quite small. And this is the buck I wanted to use on it. The Field Vanguard. Here. This guy. Review of him on the channel. Go check it out. There you go. So I've had him all packed up and I had no plans for him really in my Skellyverse. But I always wanted to use the head somewhere, so that'll keep him. And this body, I thought, let me do something with that. So I specifically got that Musashi head for that body. And I've got these swords, which were being unused. There you go. And then there's this extra bit, which I thought, actually, I can maybe put that on the back, which it kind of fits, but it's loose. So I'm going to mod that a bit, using a bit of glue, I think, so that it's thicker, can plug in better. Those swords, though, were being unused because of this. I got this ages ago, for those in the know. I haven't reviewed it. I'm going to at some point, but I was very disappointed with it, so I kind of left it to the side. Let me show you why. So it's a 3 3/4 inch or 4 inch transformable robot from Iron Factory. This guy, samurai robot guy. But when I got him, see, look, the size there. Quite a nice size for 1/18 scale, even though he's got a smaller kind of head. Yeah, but when I got him, I found, look, he's missing a shoulder piece. And I got in touch with the place I bought it from, and they said they couldn't replace it. So I was bummed, and I left it. And I thought, oh, let me just use these swords from there, because they're quite cool swords in the pack. Well, that long sword and then that, whatever they call it. And also this is in there, which I might actually use. Sort of shotgun blunderbuss or something. That, yeah, it fits kind of big, but make it kind of work maybe. He holds it like double-handed like that. Anyway, right, so this glue technique is something I learned to do whilst building Gunpla to thicken joints. So whenever there's like a loose joint, you apply some, depends what you want to use. I use this super glue because it's quite good and it dries quite quickly to thicken up a joint bit. So here I'm just, you know, like putting it around the joint I want to thicken up, so it will fit in better and there'll be a bit more friction, the piece going into the plug. And so you'll just do that. You see here, look, it's like got a layer of super glue on it. You just have to blow on it or wait for it to dry. I usually can't wait, so just try and blow it a bit and then add a bit more. It's a nice cheap quick way of making things fit, or even if you've got loose joints in your figures, just using this technique. There you go. Alright, so here's the piece. I think maybe let it dry for a bit more. A bit more fun there. So yeah, it looks thicker, but I'm going to wait just a little bit more before trying it. So in the meantime, I'm going to put the sword in this holster bit here, which I cut off a little bit of so I can fit in. You see there? So it fits in just at the top bit there. So if I want to store it on the side, I can do. Smaller sword, or whatever it's called, I can't remember the name. The smaller sword samurai use. The hood here, and here's the head, which will now just pop in there. Nice. This look was inspired by those new samurai type figures coming out at the end of the year by Acid Rain, the Owl brothers, Narien and Mishaku. Right, so let's just feel, yeah, kind of is dry. I'll paint that up at some point afterwards, but for the meantime, just to test some things. Let's see. Yeah, there you go, holds in place. And this massive sword, like an anime sword, popping it back there. And Bob's your uncle, look at that. We can store both. So yeah, very simple custom. Just had the idea to use this body, which wasn't really being used for anything, and now I've got this new Musashi character in the Skellyverse. So I'll either have him like this or with the small sword on the back and then the gun on the side, but we'll see. So here is Miyamoto Musashi, or Musashi Miyamoto, whichever way you do it, with a badass look. Really liking it. It was like, yeah, the Acid Rain world body works quite well on custom heads work quite well on Acid Rain world bodies. His head moves kind of held in place with that hood there. Is kind of limiting its movement, but it still moves around a bit the way I want it to. It's not going to be a problem for me. Quite like that look. Stays there. And yeah, as always, the articulation otherwise exactly the same as Field Vanguard. Again, go and check out that video. Otherwise, let's check how the weapons fit in his hands. Let's get this one out. Yeah. So this sword is probably longer than it would be in real life, but for that anime kind of massive sword look, it looks quite good for this character. Oop, Blackus fell down there. We'll see him on the channel at some point, with his own video. Nah, so I'm tempted. I mean, it's nice, but it might hinder me being able to move it around because of how big it is. On his back, it fits his hand well, and I think it looks quite good. You can also hold it with two hands in a kind of awkward way, because the way his hands kind of go together and yeah, arms going, so you kind of have to do like that, some sort of angle. Yeah, it looks alright on him now. Wielding this huge sword. Yo, you dishonor me. Let's try with this sword here. And then this one on the other side. There we go. Yeah, so on this scale, this sword is probably the right kind of size. Oh. try it this way. So I might, I'm not sure, I might use it for another character maybe, because I had my ideas for another character, but it might not work, which yeah, you'll see in another video. Anyway, yeah, there you go, looking pretty badass with both blades like that. Ready to take down some fools. The Ronin, swordsman, gunslinger, philosopher. Alright, so let's put these back and we'll do a bit of comparisons. So here we've got my custom snake video on this guy available now on the channel, with a custom head also from PKBA 1577. Here he is against Stina, with the custom head by Spartan 118 Customs. Head a bit smaller than normal, than hers anyway. He's got quite a big head. He's got quite a tiny head. So there we go, very simple, easy custom. Just goes to show, if you've got any figures lying around that maybe you're not using for whatever reason, look at some custom heads, see if there's some ideas you can come up with to make a brand new character that'll revitalize or rejuvenise your interest in working with that buck. There we go, I'll scale you later. Still there. Well, just finished up. Hopefully it's all dry now. This thing, painted this simple paint here. Don't really paint very much though. Did it the cheap and easy way. Looking alright. Things all dried up now. They're using this gunmetal Gundam marker with a bit of this polyurethane gloss varnish, so it kind of, I don't know, doesn't wipe off or whatever. So let's try it. Yeah, kind of fits the colours. It's not green anyway, so I'm pleased with that. See, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to this sort of stuff. There. Sword still fits in, and it fits in nicely on the back there, and this can go in there. Alternatively, could have it so this more normal size on the back, you could still do some good posing and stuff like that. You could have him as dual wielder guns, which I might actually do for this guy, and save that long sword for another character. Yeah, that's it for now.